All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she be down the ride, oh, I bet that. Ooh.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Everybody cool? Are you clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling airy today? Let's talk. Got a message from somebody, and the message is basically titled, "What's really happening with this new PVO position?" The one that I brag about. And this is from an insider's perspective. I'm going to read what they wrote. I'll give a little opinion behind it because I understand both sides. Let's see what they wrote. Athens, Georgia. That's where it's from. I said, "What's your name?" And the person said, I thought I was going to say it. No. Oh, boy. "I've been a PSC distribution window clerk for the last 2 years, so this position was supposed to be a step towards becoming a TTO. All right, cool. Tractor trailer operator. They hired 25 people for the PVO roles in Athens. We lost 10 before orientation started, and one on the first day of orientation. At least 14 of us for the 19 routes they've created. Supposedly they're hiring 5 more, but we haven't seen any yet or posted any in e-career." Okay, it's kind of normal. People kind of tap out. "We've been told that since day one that Oklahoma and Virginia were failures." I don't know about that, but people can talk. "And all eyes are on us to make sure this works. It has been completely unorganized from the beginning." I think I mentioned that when you guys step into a new position that's created, it's going to be unorganized. "Our trainers were TTOs, so they've been really helpful in the terms of getting familiar with the rider box trucks, lift gates, etc. But management is holding us to 8 hours, Monday through Wednesday, because they can't justify giving us 40-hour weeks since we're not moving mail yet. Okay, instead of driving these routes or learning them, we're off Thursday through Sunday." Okay. This is what happens when you start breaking stuff in. Okay, cool. Nothing to be concerned about yet. "We were all told that when we're hired, we'd be PTFs and only guaranteed 24 hours, but not that we'd only get 24 hours. This week, we were told that by 9/19, we have been ready since the last day contractors will be running these routes. They haven't told the contractors anything because they're afraid they'll walk off the job. We've been reporting at 7:30 in the morning and sitting around for 2 to 3 hours every day until management decides we can hit to the street. We have a really good group of people in this class, some with truck driving experience already, but it's getting very frustrating to sit around and wait when there's a lot of work and a lot of training to be done." Okay, I've been there, done that. When we first started taking over these new routes, or not new, actually we took over some old routes, created some new routes. That's kind of the process. It's just feeding it out. I know I say, and I gotta emphasize, if you step into a new role of a beginning position, and this is just something that they're starting, you're gonna have a lot of kinks in it, but they're gonna work them out. "One day we sat for 3 hours in the cafeteria at the plant. Been there, done that, waiting for the manager to get off a teleconference to tell us whether or not we could go pick up more box trucks." It's kind of how it works, man, because they get their orders from above. All right, that's how it works. There's somebody sitting way above that had a conference to tell somebody else. By the time it gets down to you guys, you're just sitting there not knowing what to do. Is it unorganized? No. That's, executive decisions. I can understand this. I'm a logistics man so far. "The position is great in our area. It's needed. Because it's so rural, you can't get a tractor trailer in there. So you need these box trucks. We just got our COLA raise, so we're making $26.31 an hour, up 50 cents from our hiring wage of $25.81. If we could just get up to 40 hours a week, we'd be okay. We're going to lose 1/3 of the class probably if these 24-hour weeks continue. That'd be their loss. That would be their loss." I'm answering this kind of as we go. Nobody wants to walk off the job. We all really love it, but we also have bills to pay. I understand that. But when you step into a position that's new, kind of what it is. We have people from Washington spying on us in plain clothes to see how we're doing. And not spying, They can walk in any building they want. They're in plain clothes because they don't want to make anybody feel intimidating. It's not a good look. Our supervisor happened to notice him one day and stopped him to chat. Turns out he's one of the decision makers for this pilot program, sneaking around to see what's going on. That's not sneaking around. It really ain't. He's doing exactly what he's doing. He's collecting data. That's what they do. They can't just take somebody's word for it. They have to see how the operation runs. I prefer somebody come and say, okay, well, this is working. Well, this isn't working. That's part of the process of running a decent business. We have eyes on us and they're failing us, man. It sucks. I don't think they're failing you. They just haven't gotten the routes yet. I think this more so is a patience thing. I haven't heard anything negative yet. If you could just say someone with knowledge of the program content, okay. Yeah, all right, cool, yeah. Anyway, because you are just someone that has knowledge of the program. I also know someone with knowledge of the program that said something very similar, and he worked with me directly, and he went over to Oklahoma City, and he told me what kind of a cluster it was. He told me exactly where all the negatives were, and he told me how long it took for them to build it up. And if it didn't work over there, you guys wouldn't have had it where you're at. Because remember, it was just a pilot program. It was supposed to be 6 months and then done, and now it's continuing. So it was a success, and they're still ironing out the kinks. Every business runs in the red for up to about 4 years, meaning they don't really make a profit until about 4 years. And then they start to excel. That means there's typically a 4-year period where you're going to go through ups and downs, bumps and bruises. You're going to lose some, you're going to gain some. But in my opinion right now, this just seems like a new business starting, and they're waiting to make the power move. They cannot sit there, just like they said, and tell the contractors yet, hey, we're going to be losing you, because you guys can't handle everything that the contractors do, and it violates the contract of the contractors as well. Because if they're supposed to be there until this specific date and USPS tells them get out, now they can turn and legally sue them. So there's a process, and it's just the patience and the waiting game. So honestly, I haven't heard anything negative, and when I responded to you, I did tell you that, it's typical, and I went through the same thing. So honestly, I think that, a year from now, you'll be looking at this differently. All right, we can all look at the negatives, and I can say a lot of things negative about the post office, but if you guys are getting this type of money and you're sitting around, get a part-time job in the evening just to cover it up. Until 9/19 is only like 4 weeks away, 3 weeks away. All right, this is JH, and I just wanted to drop this because you wanted me to share it. All right, we out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.